So Uzbekistan is a brand new country full of opportunities. Uzbekistan is growing because in Uzbekistan has no tradition in the exhibition industry. So Uzbekistan, in my opinion, is under construction. Infrastructure, Uzbekistan are getting very well prepared. I really feel safe in Tashkent or in Uzbekistan. Wherever I go, I feel myself safe. Where's the security? What's happening? It cannot open. No, Mario. We are in Uzbekistan. Take it easy. I'm European living in Uzbekistan, and I'm telling you, this is a good place to invest.
Welcome to another episode of Mosaic Talks. Today we are super excited to have with us Mario Pinheiro, CEO of Central Asian Exhibition Center. Welcome, Mario. Mario, what brought you to Uzbekistan and into the exhibition and trade show business?
So thank you for the invitation. First of all, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you for this talking and interview. So I'm Brazilian. I was born in Brazil and I lived there until I was 26 years old. And I never ever worked in this industry and never ever thought about doing it in my life. And then in 2000, I moved from Brazil to Portugal. And during some interviews for a job, I received one request for beginning to work in this industry in 2001. So it's 25 years working in the exhibition industry. I worked in Portugal, Spain, Italy, Poland, and then I came to Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan, for me, it was very interesting. We have an association in this industry. It's called UFI. And the senior people above me, they went to this meeting there, and they asked for a person who can be the manager of CAEx. So I had some interviews. Then I was invited for the first time to see Uzbekistan and to see CAEx. And I accept the challenge. And I'm here since September 2023, August.
So when you first arrived and took on this role, what did you see as the biggest opportunity and the biggest challenge in this region's trade and exhibition market?
Well, Chamika, to be honest, for me, the opportunities is that Uzbekistan, as speaking, is a new country after the independence, after the new government. So Uzbekistan is a brand new country full of opportunities. So everything here is growing. I'm here for 2 years. As I told you, I came in August 2023. And since I came, I can see every day Uzbekistan is growing. Tashkent is growing. So the opportunities come to, as speaking, a new young country, as independent one, and see a lot of growing capacities, opportunities in all the industry, all the sectors, all the spheres. The challenges for me here in CAEx, speaking about CAEx, was to find specialists. Because in Uzbekistan has no tradition in the exhibition industry. So to find specialists to work was a challenge. And then I have to improve it, and it was amazing for me. Educated people, teach people. So I have to pick people who doesn't know about this industry and teach them. So this is the challenge, was the specialists, which is the problem is basically solved. And also, at the same time, the barrier of language. With the percentage of people who speaks English in Uzbekistan is growing very, very fast, but still is a minority.
So how has your role evolved since you've stepped into CAEx?
Well, about CAEx, as I told you, it was open. We opened our gates in September 15, 2023. CAEx is the biggest venue in Central Asia. In this year, 2025, we have around 30 different events. Of course, the core business of CAEx is exhibitions, so mainly exhibitions, but we also hold congresses, conferences, gala dinners, even weddings. We have some in CAEx. And this year, we also have Pepsi Festival. It was a huge concert, and it was hosted in CAEx. So it's a brand new, super modern, equipped. So we have a lot of equipment also to provide in CAEx.
I've actually been to a few exhibitions in CAEx, and every time the space is just transformed. I think one time there was a lake in the middle of it. But they do have a lot of events. And I was at a meeting, and a friend had said to me, "Oh, I'm interviewing Naomi Campbell at CAEx today at 2." And I was like, "Who? What? Where?" And I think I called you because I'm like, "Oh, I'm coming. I need to stalk Naomi Campbell." So that was actually very interesting, just the caliber and the number of events that they have. So how has your role evolved and changed in the 2 years since you've been here?
Well, as you are talking about Naomi Campbell, I can tell you, for example, you already hosted in CAEx very important names. I can tell you Elon Musk, the mother, May Musk, the mother of Elon Musk was there. So have Joe Malone was also there. So we have very important people, and even presidents from abroad visit CAEx in some exhibitions, international exhibitions. So you can find a lot of different things and people. And as you told, a lake in the middle of the exhibition, because you have, as I told you, different events and different exhibitions, and each one has different characteristics. So in terms of decorations, in terms of setup, in terms of visitor, exhibitors, or even if it's a congress or conference, you have different people.
Okay, so you're talking about the exhibitions and trade shows. Can you tell me a little bit about them? What industries do you see?
Well, Chimik, in these 2 years, I can tell you only this year, have more than 20 exhibitions in CAEx, and it cross the market in any way. I can tell you have very interesting first one in Uzbekistan. It was a jewelry exhibition. It was very, very beautiful, nice, interesting. We have construction, we have beauty, we have automechanica, we have Mabel. So we have all the industries basically are represented in exhibition. So they have their industry because, as I told you, we are growing. Uzbekistan is growing and is going fast. And nothing better than an exhibition to show the market and to show the opportunities of the market during an exhibition.
How do you see CAEx fitting into Uzbekistan's broader ambition of attracting foreign investments, building export-capable industries, and integrating into global supply chains?
Well, CAEx, in this case, we have a very important mission here. Exhibition itself, when you are talking about international organizers, you are already bringing investment, because if they are international organizing, they are investing, and it's not few amount of money. You talk a lot of money, not only for renting the venue itself, but the sales, the marketing, promotion, and everything. And also the people who are coming as an exhibitor, as a visitor. We are increasing the tourism in Uzbekistan because they need hotels, they need restaurants. They are going to do city tour. They're going to buy. They're going to bring some souvenir home to the family or to the friends. And if they like the city, after this business trip, they are coming on vacation. So CAEx has a very important factor to grow the economy of Uzbekistan.
So for our audience, can you tell us a bit about what exactly CAEx is?
Well, we have 3 different goals for CAEx. First one, I want to launch a new exhibition organized by CAEx. For now, it's a little bit secret, but I will tell you, you're going to be the first to know if it will be approved. And then we have another 2 goals. Straight our relations with our partners. It's very important for us to keep our relation with our partners strong and closer. And then, of course, increase the number of international organizers, mainly for the industry of exhibitions, but also bring from abroad some congresses, conferences, different kind of events to CAEx. This is the main goal for the next 2 years.
From your vantage point, what sectors are showing the strongest growth or potential in Uzbekistan?
Well, as I told you before, Uzbekistan is growing overall. In all the industry, you can see Uzbekistan growing. In our exhibitions, we already did 2 years, 24 and 25. And the exhibitions are growing year by year. So, of course, we have mainly industry that I think have a lot of potential, like build and construction. We look around and we can see cranes everywhere. So Uzbekistan, in my opinion, is under construction or at least rebuilding. So construction is very important. I think Horeca, hotels, restaurants, and cafes. So connected to food, beverage, packaging is a huge market because you also see almost every day they are open new cafes, new restaurants, new hotels. So this is a very important market. Energy is a huge market. IT, Uzbekistan is also growing very fast in the IT industry. So even the jewelry, for example, I think all the industry, the country is growing. So I don't see any stopped industry. All the industry are growing. The country is growing itself in all the industries.
From your vantage point, which sectors are showing the strongest growth potential in Uzbekistan in terms of exhibitions, trade shows, for example, manufacturing, textiles, construction, tech?
Well, Uzbekistan, as I told, for an exhibition, the most important thing to organize an exhibition is if this country is interested country. And as I told, the exhibition follows the market. All the exhibition follows the market. And now they are following Uzbekistan quite close because, as I told you, it's a growing country. So exhibition needs to come, needs to bring international exhibitors who want to import from their country to Uzbekistan, and also for Uzbekistan to export to the new countries. Agriculture is also growing very fast. So Uzbekistan itself, so tourism is also growing. We have a lot of hotels, so connections. Even when I came 3 years ago, with even the flights from Uzbekistan, so now the connections are also growing very fast. Some countries we didn't have connection. And it's also very important for exhibition to have connections, to bring people from abroad to Uzbekistan. And even in this sphere, I think Uzbekistan is also growing very fast. Visa questions. So the visa was very difficult. Almost all the countries need visa to come to Uzbekistan. And from at least these 3 years that I'm here, I can see that this new government are working quite well and very hard in this sphere also. We have dozens of countries who doesn't need visa anymore to come to Uzbekistan, or they need just a digital visa, easy one to get. So this also brings a lot of opportunity to the exhibition industry.
Yes. So luckily for us, Bahamians actually don't need a visa if they're coming to Uzbekistan for under 30 days. And I think starting January 2026, Americans will no longer need a visa. So we're definitely going to see an influx of persons visiting Uzbekistan. You mentioned the visas. Do you see any other infrastructure constraints that the country has?
Well, I can see, as I told you, in terms of infrastructure, we can see we are still under construction in everything: roads, trains, subways. For example, we're going to have, CAEx, where we are located, and then we have a project for all these on New Uzbekistan and New Tashkent, for example, for underground, for another public transportation, which is also very important for all the industry, but for exhibition is also very important. We have 12 new hotels, 12 just behind CAEx. So infrastructure, Uzbekistan are getting very well and very well prepared with the infrastructures for the close future.
Are there any interesting case studies of a recent exhibition that you hosted that you can share?
Well, case studies in Uzbekistan, I'm going to give you one next year when I launch my new exhibition, which is now a secret. But there is a very interesting, it's not a case study, but it's a very interesting, Shamik, really very, very interesting. As I told you, I'm in Uzbekistan for 2 years, and I worked in 5 different countries. And this is the most safest one. I really, really feel safe in Tashkent or in Uzbekistan. Wherever I go, I feel myself safe. And there is, I told you, this year we have a very interesting exhibition. It's about jewelry. I visit jewelry exhibitions in 3 or 4 different countries. And the exhibition itself looks like Fort Knox. It's totally 100% secure with army, militaries, if necessary, to secure the perimeter. Shamika, when I see this exhibition in CAEx, I always look like, where's the security? What's happening? It cannot open. No, Mario. We are in Uzbekistan. Take it easy. No. And it was so calm, so safe. People were walking around in the exhibition. I was all the time concerned about security. And my people saying, Mario, just take it easy. So for me, I visit jewelry exhibition in France in Italy, in Portugal. And when you see the security, so even this for Uzbekistan is very interesting to feel secure. It's a safe country.
Mm-hmm.
This I can tell is a safe country, not only for the food, but for the people. People are amazing in Uzbekistan. They are very humble. They are very polite. They care about people, so they are very friendly. So Uzbekistan overall has all the ingredients to grow and to have a successful future in Uzbekistan. Yeah.
You sound as excited about Uzbekistan as I am. So, just shifting to the fun side, what do you like to do for fun in Uzbekistan?
Well, I'll be honest with you. In my industry, I work in this exhibition world since 2000, so 25 years around, and we don't have a lot of time to have fun, to be honest. So the exhibitions exhibition and disassemble most of the times is together with weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So I have, to be honest, now 7 or 8 weekends that I'm working without stopping.
Oh, wow.
So for me, this is a passion, but it's not a work.
Yeah.
And for me, this is interesting because I'm not working. I'm enjoying my job.
That's important.
And that's why I keep this job for 20 years, because I really love it. But we have, as I told you, a lot of amazing restaurants. I can tell you now 10 or 15 amazing restaurants, amazing places to go, some bars, some restaurants, parks. So Tashkent is full of amazing parks. Now in the winter, it's going to be more difficult to walk in a park. But in the summer, in spring or autumn, we have very beautiful parks, restaurants, shopping malls. So we can have thousands of places to go in Tashkent, in Uzbekistan.
What's your favorite Uzbek food?
Plov. Definitely, I will say always plov. Then samsa, and then shashlik.
Have you visited the other regions?
Well, near Tashkent, still, I think, Tashkent region, I went to Charvak and I went to Amersoy in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
But I visit already Samarkand, which I like it very much. But I also visited, and I love it. It was Bukhara.
Oh, I love Bukhara.
And in Bukhara, for example, as I told you, that's why tourism is very interesting. In Tashkent, I see some people speaking foreign language from time to time. But in Bukhara, it was amazing. People talking Spanish, French, Italy, English.
And they speak Tajik, actually. That's the language they speak in
and a lot
Bukhara.
of tourism. I mean, about tourism.
Yeah.
People from many, many countries from Europe visiting Bukhara. My next trip will be for Hiva. Everybody's advising, Mario, if you like Bukhara, you have to go to Hiva.
I love Hiva, but Bukhara is my favorite.
Really? Bukhara for me, it was really amazing. Yeah. Really. One of my amazing trips, it was to Bukhara.
Yeah, Uzbekistan is filled with so much culture.
I heard
that's what I love about the place.
Full of culture. About it. Even because it was in the middle of the Silk Road. So a lot of countries was crossing Uzbekistan, and Uzbekistan is very famous for trading because it was in the middle of Silk Road. So you have the influence of a lot of different countries. So the culture is huge here.
Are there any other Brazilians in Tashkent?
Honestly, I never saw even one.
No.
And to be honest, I also never saw one Portuguese. So I think I am the only one Brazilian and Portuguese in Uzbekistan. Yeah.
Can you tell us which countries you've seen that have shown the greatest interest in collaborating with Uzbekistan through CAEx?
Well, as an organizer, I can tell you, for example, we have some interest from Spain, Europe. But as I told you, we have to build a very trustful relation with a potential organizer. And I think one of my main also business here as an European is also pass this trust for them. Listen, I'm not a Uzbek trying to sell Uzbekistan. I'm European living in Uzbekistan, and I'm telling you this is a good place to invest. But it takes time. As I told you, when I came to Uzbekistan, I didn't know where was Uzbekistan. And it's the same for the other organizers or people who want to organize. When I told Uzbekistan, how many people live in Uzbekistan? What's the name of the capital? How many people live? Because for an exhibition, a lot of things are very important. So how many people live in Uzbekistan? They don't know. So I have to sell Uzbekistan first.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have to sell the country, and then I will sell the opportunities of the country and to do an exhibition in CAEx. But we have Spain. I'm under negotiations with organizing in Spain. new ones also from Germany, from Italy. Of course, neighbor country, they have a lot of interest in. I mean, Kazakhstan, from Central Asia, from China. We already have organizers from China, from Russia. And so we have countries that they know, they have already a strong relation with Uzbekistan, for example, Turkey. We have one organizer from Turkey, Azerbaijan, Georgia. If they are not organizers, for sure they are exhibitors already, with a pavilion from their country in some exhibitions.
What is the criteria for organizers exhibiting in CAEx?
Well, the main criteria for me, they must have some experiences because I want success for them and from CAEx also. I don't want to have any kind of, as speak, bad experiences with organizers. So the organizers must have some portfolio, which kind of experience they have, which kind of exhibitions they already organized, and then I can bring them to CAEx.
What support do you feel is missing in Uzbekistan's exhibition industry?
Well, for us, for the exhibition industry, the support that is very important for us, but I think this new government is already working on it, is promote Uzbekistan abroad. If you promote Uzbekistan abroad, more countries and more people are going to know about Uzbekistan, and it will bring organizers and interested countries to organize exhibitions. So promoting Uzbekistan abroad.
How has the rise of large-scale events held at CAEx influenced the country's business ecosystem?
Well, it influences, I can tell you, at least in 2 or 3 different ways. It helps to the entrepreneurs and the companies from Uzbekistan to increase their exports to countries who are coming to the exhibition, or as a visitor or even as an exhibitor. They can do networking and helps to export. Helps also Uzbekistan to import something that they need about knowledge, about some new materials, computers, technology, for example. And the most important, in my opinion, it helps a lot in the tourism, to grow and to increase the tourism. A huge exhibition in a huge scale, as I told you. For example, some exhibitions we have 600 companies participating as an exhibitors. Each company, if brings 3 or 4 person for each company, you're talking about 2,000 people. These 2,000 people are going to be here for at least 4 or 5 days. Can you imagine how many rooms in the hotels, in the restaurants, in the shopping malls, in the shopping itself, for the tourism, to sell it, for merchandising, and then these people are going to take pictures. And nowadays, with the social media, these people are going to promote Uzbekistan themselves, for their friends, for their family, for the business. So this is how the huge scale exhibitions helps.
How does Uzbekistan position itself against regional exhibition hubs like Kazakhstan or in the UAE?
Well, I believe it will be a hub very soon, for not only for the exhibitions, but Uzbekistan can be a hub in many different kinds of industry, like IT, for example. I think Uzbekistan is growing very fast and very hard in this industry, but for exhibition also, because we are in the Central Asia, but Uzbekistan is in the center of the Central Asia. So the geopolitics and geography also of Uzbekistan, and as I told you, the security, the people, and they open the doors for the foreign countries. So it will be definitely, Uzbekistan will be a hub for exhibitions in the near future.
What message would you like to send to potential organizers or visitors listening to this podcast about coming to Uzbekistan and exhibiting in
First
CAEx?
of all, welcome to Uzbekistan. Visit Uzbekistan, understand the country itself, the opportunities that Uzbekistan have to offer in all the industries. And after that, visiting and understanding Uzbekistan, we will realize that exhibitions are very important in Uzbekistan, and CAEx has his doors open to organizers from abroad.
Thank you so much, Mario. This has been such an enjoyable conversation. And do you have any closing words for anyone?
Well, closing words. I have to you first. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for all who are listening to supporting also CAEx, our red organizers, our exhibitors. So thank you for trust. And thank you for all the support you are having for CAEx. Thank you very much.
Well, I look forward to this project that you're working on, and I hope that it works out.
Well, I'm pretty sure it will work out. I will let you know. And also, I want to invite you tomorrow. We'll have an open ceremony in CAEx of a tourism exhibition. So
Awesome.
it will open tomorrow. It's going to be for 3 days, open to the general public. So come and visit.
Well, of course I want to visit. You know, I'm from the Bahamas, and tourism is our number one industry. So I will be there. Thanks for the
Come and
invite.
visit. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.